And I think by the Lakers not extending LeBron, they really threw a wrench in his retirement plans, because I think prior to that, LeBron had plans for playing at least a few more years.
He want everybody. He don't want to compete. He want to be the favorite all the time. It just pisses me off that a guy that great don't want to compete.
What if everything you've been told about LeBron James and the Lakers is a carefully constructed narrative? What if the media hype, the coaching decisions, and the championship predictions are all part of a system designed to protect one man's legacy at any cost?
And like I said, man, I like LeBron James as a player. I like what he does off the court, but the antics that he does, man, like and then the way he's kind of manipulated, the league. Like he's a guy that says, I don't want to play with these people. I want to play with these people. So do what you got to do to get me these people. Okay. I want a dream team. I want my son to play, because like I said, you could have used that second round pick or maybe even traded someone to get someone that could have helped you this year. I'm not saying Bronny's not an NBA player, but he's not an NBA player right now. And you could have signed him as a free agent. But, LeBron's ego would have been bruised if his kid goes undrafted and then the Lakers sign him as a free agent.
I'm not here to tell you LeBron isn't great, but I am here to show you how ESPN analysts are selling you dreams, how the Lakers front office is making decisions based on loyalty instead of wins, and how Charles Barkley is the only one brave enough to say what everyone's thinking. This is about the machine behind the myth. Let's expose it.
We got to witness a piece of history in that first half. LeBron James becoming the first player ever to score 40,000 points. I want to hear your thoughts on that, Stephen A., but also I know you have your eye on something else as well.
You just ignored the first part of it, huh? So I'm going to start it up. Get ready to start scoping the statue for LeBron outside of Crypto.com arena. That's what, okay? 40,000 points done in the Lakers uniform. Passing Kareem when he passed him up in the Lakers uniform, winning an NBA championship in the Lakers uniform, winning a finals MVP in the Lakers uniform. What else can I say about the man? The GOAT.
Let's start with Kendrick Perkins. If you watch ESPN, you've heard him make one argument over and over. The Lakers are legitimate championship contenders. Why? Not because of their record, not because of their defense, but because LeBron is happy. Here's Perkins' claim in plain English. When LeBron James is content with his situation, his coach, his teammates, the organization's direction, he elevates everyone around him. And when LeBron elevates, championships follow. Perkins points to LeBron's body language, his public comments, and his relationship with JJ Redick as evidence that this Lakers team has something special brewing.
The good news is that now the Lakers are interviewing JJ Redick, who used to play basketball and also does a podcast recently with LeBron James.
So why does Perkins think LeBron is happy? Because the Lakers hired JJ Redick, LeBron's podcast partner and friend. Because they're letting LeBron play alongside his son Bronny. Because the organization is catering to his every request. In Perkins' mind, a satisfied LeBron equals a dangerous Lakers team. But here's where the truth needs to kick in. Happiness doesn't win championships. Talent, defense, depth, and health win championships. The Lakers are currently hovering around the middle of the Western Conference playoff picture. Their defense is inconsistent. Their depth is questionable beyond LeBron and Anthony Davis. And they're in a conference with the Nuggets, Thunder, Timberwolves, and a surging Mavericks team.
Do you view LeBron as the greatest scorer ever?
No, I do not. The greatest scorer ever was Michael Jordan.
Perkins is selling you a feeling, not a fact. He's packaging nostalgia and star power as analysis. Think about it. When has "the star is happy" ever been a legitimate metric for championship contention? Were the 2004 Lakers contenders because Shaq and Kobe were happy? No, they lost in the finals because the Pistons had better team defense and chemistry. The contrast between Perkins' hype and reality is stark. He's telling fans the Lakers can win it all because LeBron smiles in press conferences. Meanwhile, actual championship contenders are building through the draft, developing young talent, and constructing deep rosters. The Lakers are doing none of that. They're running it back with an aging superstar and hoping his happiness translates to rings. This isn't analysis, it's fan service. And ESPN knows exactly what they're doing. In early 2025, reports surfaced that the Lakers were planning to extend JJ Redick's contract. Let me be clear about what this means. JJ Redick, a first-year head coach with zero prior coaching experience at any level, was being rewarded not for results, but for his relationship with LeBron James.
Pelinka, so I'm told the Lakers gave JJ Redick a 2-year extension, so that gives them a total of 5 years through 2029, 2030 at $45 million. So this makes it clear JJ Redick is the coach, not just now, but moving forward for the long term.
Rob Pelinka, the Lakers general manager, didn't wait to see how the season ended. He didn't wait to see if Redick could make playoff adjustments. He didn't evaluate whether this team could win a single playoff series. Instead, he moved to lock Redick in, sending a clear message. Your job is safe because LeBron wants you here. In what other profession does someone get a contract extension in their first year without proven results? Imagine a CEO hiring their friend to run a division, and before that friend delivers a single profitable quarter, giving them a multi-year extension. Shareholders would riot, boards would intervene. But in LeBron's Lakers, normal rules don't apply. Redick got the job because he co-hosts a podcast with LeBron. He's getting extended because he maintains LeBron's happiness. This has nothing to do with X's and O's. This is about keeping the franchise player comfortable. Compare this to how successful organizations operate. The Celtics hired Joe Mazzulla and made him prove himself before committing long-term. The Thunder developed their coaching staff through years of organizational consistency. Even the Nuggets made Michael Malone earn his security through playoff success. The Lakers? They're handing out extensions like participation trophies.
We think he's a special coach with a special voice that's really helping us to continue to define the culture of Lakers excellence, and which just wanted to make a clear statement that this is what we believe in, what we're going to lean into, and what our players are going to mold into as we continue to develop the identity. I think having long-term planning is helpful as we build this team and go forward.
And it's not just us noticing. Amin El-Hassan, former NBA front office executive and current media personality, has been vocal about this exact issue. El-Hassan has pointed out that the Lakers organization has become more focused on managing LeBron's preferences than building a sustainable winning culture. El-Hassan's criticism cuts deep because he's been inside front offices. He knows how decisions are supposed to be made, and what he sees in LA is an organization that has surrendered its decision-making authority to its star player. That's not how the Spurs operated under Pop. That's not how the Warriors built their dynasty. And it's certainly not how Pat Riley ran the Heat. The Lakers have become a player empowerment case study, and not in a good way. When the franchise prioritizes keeping one player happy over building the best possible team, everyone loses. Well, everyone except the analysts selling you the dream. Now let's talk about the guy who refuses to play along, Charles Barkley. While Perkins is hyping, while ESPN is selling, Barkley is doing something radical, telling the truth. Barkley has gone on record blasting modern NBA stars for what he calls a betrayal of the fans. His argument? Today's superstars are more concerned with controlling narratives, choosing their teammates, and protecting their legacies than with genuine competition.
LeBron's a great player and a great guy, but this notion that he's got to have all the best players on his team. He's got Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. He wants everybody. He don't want to compete. He want to be the favorite all the time. It just pisses me off that a guy that great don't want to compete.
And he's pointed directly at the league's enabler-in-chief, Commissioner Adam Silver. According to Barkley, Silver has allowed player empowerment to go too far. Stars now dictate trades, coaching hires, and roster construction. They form super teams, then abandon them when things get difficult. They prioritize their brand over their city's fan base, and the league does nothing to stop it because stars drive ratings and revenue. LeBron is the ultimate example of this. He's on his fourth team. He's hand-picked multiple coaches. He's orchestrated trades for his preferred teammates. And when things don't work out, the narrative shifts to protect him. It's never LeBron's fault. It's always the supporting cast, the coach, or the front office. But here's where Barkley's criticism gets most interesting: the mentality comparison. Barkley has repeatedly contrasted LeBron with Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, not just in terms of skill, but in terms of competitive mindset. Kobe demanded excellence from everyone around him. He didn't need to be friends with his teammates. He needed them to win. Jordan famously made his teammates' lives miserable in practice because he was preparing them for championship moments. Both men stayed with their franchises through struggles and built dynasties through organizational continuity. LeBron? He's changed teams when the situation wasn't perfect. He's prioritized relationships and comfort over the grind of building something sustainable.
Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan. LeBron is amazing. The reason I give Jordan the edge, LeBron has stacked his teams. Let's be realistic. They go through the grind and to lose, which Michael did.
Mm-hmm.
When I was watching that documentary, I was like, damn, I forgot how bad the Pistons beat him up. Like, we all want to win, but the struggle is part of your legacy. When the Pistons beat the hell out of him for 3 or 4 straight years, and he's like, no, I'm going to keep getting better. I'm going to keep getting better. That's the difference in my opinion.
He's gotten coaches fired and teammates traded when they didn't meet his standards, not through raising their level with tough love, but by leveraging his influence to remove them. Barkley isn't saying LeBron isn't great. He's saying LeBron represents a different era, one where stars have more power than ever, but less willingness to suffer through adversity. And the fans are the ones paying the price, literally and figuratively, for a product that's more about player brands than authentic competition. Now let's connect the dots. We have ESPN analysts like Perkins selling championship dreams based on LeBron's happiness rather than actual basketball analysis. A Lakers front office that rewards coaches based on their relationship with LeBron, not their results. A media ecosystem that protects LeBron's narrative at every turn, shifting blame whenever things go wrong. This is a system designed to protect and inflate LeBron's influence, and it operates on multiple levels simultaneously. Perkins and ESPN need LeBron narratives because they drive clicks and ratings. The Lakers' finals runs, even when they fall short, generate massive viewership. So ESPN has every incentive to keep you believing the Lakers are contenders, regardless of reality. Rob Pelinka needs LeBron happy because LeBron is the franchise. If LeBron demands a trade or creates drama, Pelinka loses his job. So Pelinka does whatever it takes to maintain peace, even if that means hiring unproven coaches or making questionable roster decisions. The broader media protects LeBron because he's been the face of the league for 2 decades. His legacy is intertwined with the NBA's modern growth. Admitting that his player empowerment era has created problems would mean admitting the league has prioritized individual brands over competitive integrity. And it's not just outsiders noticing this. Gary Vitti, the Lakers' legendary athletic trainer who worked with the franchise for 32 years through Magic, Shaq, Kobe, and Paul, has questioned the current organization's decision-making. Vitti, who was there for 5 championship runs, has been notably critical of how today's Lakers operate. Most tellingly, he called LeBron an enigma, a carefully chosen word that suggests someone difficult to understand, predict, or manage. This from a man who worked with some of the most demanding stars in NBA history. When a Lakers lifer like Vitti expresses skepticism, that should tell you something. He's seen championship cultures up close. He knows what organizational excellence looks like, and what he's watching now doesn't match those standards. Now, to be fair and maintain credibility, we need to acknowledge the counter-arguments. LeBron's defenders would argue that player empowerment is actually good for the league. Players have more agency over their careers, more control over their earning potential, and more leverage in negotiations. After decades of owners treating players as assets, the pendulum has swung toward labor, and that's progress. They'd also point out that LeBron has delivered results. 4 championships with 3 different franchises, 10 finals appearances. He's proven he can build winning teams even if the process is unconventional. Maybe the LeBron-friendly approach works because it produces rings. And regarding JJ Redick, some would argue that innovative organizations take chances on first-time coaches. Steve Kerr had never coached before Golden State. Jason Kidd went straight from playing to coaching. Sometimes fresh perspectives and strong relationships create winning environments that traditional coaching resumes don't predict. These are legitimate points worth considering. However, these defenses ignore the central problem: sustainability and organizational health. Yes, LeBron has won championships, but look at what he's left behind. The Cavaliers were gutted after his departures. Twice. The Heat needed years to rebuild. The Lakers have mortgaged their future with trades and are now locked into an aging roster with limited flexibility. The LeBron model works for LeBron. It doesn't work for franchises, and it increasingly doesn't work for fans who want to watch competitive, unpredictable basketball rather than super team roulette. And on the Redick point, Kerr and Kidd earned their extensions through playoff success. Redick is getting his before proving anything. That's the critical difference. So what does all this mean? It means we're watching a carefully managed system where media hype, organizational decision-making, and legacy protection have converged around one player. Kendrick Perkins sells you the dream because it's good for ESPN's ratings. Rob Pelinka hires and extends JJ Redick because it keeps LeBron happy. And the entire machine keeps spinning because there's too much money and too many invested parties to admit the truth. This isn't about hating LeBron. It's about recognizing how the system works and who benefits from the narrative. The question is, are you buying what they're selling? Or are you ready to see the machine for what it is? Let me know in the comments what you think. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more basketball analysis that goes beyond the hype.